Swami Yogatmananda. This topic will be sadhanas as taught in the Katha.
So many of you have books, I suppose. Let us begin with Shanti Mantra, the book that I will be using for this purpose is Swami Sarvananda's book on Kathopanishad. He has given the original and translation, and but without commentary. He has given some notes, but without Shankaracharya's commentary. So Shankaracharya's commentary on this Upanishad is wonderful. There are some indications which suggest that his commentary on Kathopanishad was the first one that he wrote. Anyway, so let us begin with the Shanti Mantra, which is quite commonly known to people. Simple Shanti Mantra, but very meaningful. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhetamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May we be protected together. Although the translation here is that may he protect us both. But if you literally translate the original Sanskrit, there is no he, she, or any particular doers there. It is passive tense. May we be protected together. Whosoever may protect you, but may we be protected. The important word is together. May we be nourished together. May we both, it is both because it is the teacher and the taught. It is let both be protected together, both be nourished together. May we work together with vigor, with great energy. May our study be thorough and fruitful. May we never hate each other. So these are all very important prayers. And I had told this many times. When do we need to pray? When we can get something easily with our own efforts, or something which is going to happen automatically, and we don't need to pray. We don't pray. The prayer does not spring at all. But prayer springs when we want something and getting which is not in our power. Then we pray, may this happen. Like we don't need to pray that may tomorrow be Saturday. We don't need to pray. Why do we not need to pray, dear? Do we need to pray? Why? By the virtue of today being Friday, it's automatic that tomorrow will be Saturday, whether we pray or don't pray. So we don't need to pray for such things. Then something that is within our power, that it is, then we don't need to pray. It is automatic. You don't go if you have money in your bank account. You go to ATM to withdraw, say, $20 from there. Then you do not have to pray, oh ATM, please give me. No, because it is, you have the money there, and so it will give you. And those things which are not within our efforts. In fact, the contrary happens. Therefore, removing that contrary and getting the right result, which is not in our power, we pray. It is like one friend of mine was telling that he is applying for a job. It is very difficult to get jobs these days. So he said, I have applied and so forth, and I have got one interview tomorrow. Please pray for me. Now I pray there because it is not in, he knows that it is not just in his power. Something he can do, but it is not within his power. So he said, pray for me, because the contrary may happen. So it is here they commonly we forget this togetherness. The focus is on me. Let I be protected. Now let that I has to be replaced by we, us. That which needs prayer, because commonly for just let I be protected. The others go to hell, I don't care. It is so let we be protected together. May we be nourished together. That togetherness is a precursor to the teaching of oneness in Upanishad. Togetherness leads to oneness. That is, it is the oneness of existence. In fact, non duality, because one on its own doesn't remain even one. It is the oneness is a relative thing. Because if you accept one, then one plus one, two, and so you get all duality. So therefore, the Upanishads or Vedanta does not use the word one much. It actually uses the word non-dual. And then for some common usage, that non-dual is also translated as one. But when we read that one, let us always remember it is non-duality that is being meant. So it is so to generate this idea of togetherness, we are together here, teacher and taught. It is mentioned like that here, but it can be applied in general. Let us not be uh, having, my, as you know, being the students of Sri Ramakrishna's literature, Sri Ramakrishna always mentions, give up I and mine. I and mine is the culprit. So this prayer is an antidote for that. That no, not I, but we. Immediately you say your heart will feel an expansion. We. So it is thus, and the last part is very important. Important. May our study be thorough and fruitful. Tejasvina, the Sanskrit original word here is Tejasvina Adhitamastu. Whatever we learn, let it not be just academic. Let it not be just theoretical. Let it shine forth in my life. Let my life be illumined by what I study. That is the entire teaching of Upanishads or anything religious. That is why it is said that religion begins where philosophy ends. In philosophy or in general in logic, you whatever you intellectually assent, that is enough. Yes, I agree to that. But that doesn't mean that it gets translated into your life. It is not required also there. In the academic uh, atmosphere, it is not required that how I live is my personal question. That is my personal thing. It is what I teach, what I know intellectually, that is what is important there. And in that circle, that is fine. But when it comes to spirituality, the life is important, you know. And whatever I learn, if I learned it right, then it must shine forth in my actual experience in my life. So that is, and it doesn't, and therefore the prayer, you know. It is because we all read the scriptures, we read all Sri Ramakrishna, Vachanamrita or Kathamrita, Gospel, we read and then keep it. Do we live like that? A question, you know. It is because there are so many tendencies counter to that. So, therefore, although we know that knowing doesn't become functional. So that is why the prayer make it functional in my life. So this is the becoming making it fruitful. I have learned something, then I must be able to execute it in my life. Otherwise, I have not learned. It is. I have read the book on swimming. Is it enough to jump into lake just because I have? Then that would be my last jump in the lake, isn't it? So it is. It is just by reading, intellectually understanding, it doesn't get executed in life. So that is why this prayer, let whatever I learned, let it shine forth in my life. So otherwise we will be big scholars, that we speak at a very high intellectual level. Oh, people would think what a scholarly person. He has studied all Upanishads, all Vedas, and so many different texts. All commentaries are memorized. And how beautifully he explains. No, that is not learning. Does it express in our life? Sri Ramakrishna gives the analogy, you know, they are like those vultures. He gives them that analogical, that explains it through the analogy of vultures who fly very high. I don't know how many here have seen vultures. Do you have vultures here? Huh? Okay, good. So they fly very, very high. But he says what their eyes are looking for, any carrion lying there, rotting, animal died, is rotting there because they do not have those sharp, piercing beaks. Their beaks are kind of, you know, once it is all rotten, then it becomes soft and then they can eat it. So it is, so these scholars are like that. Their intellect does fly high, but they are always looking for the earthly things. From there, oh, how much money will I get for this? How much public respect, honor, and accolades I will get by this? And so that is not really the purpose of this study. So let that knowledge shine forth in my life. It is therefore prayer, because the chances are that it will not. So we have to therefore sincerely pray that may what I study from Upanishads, what should happen, Rajgopal? Uh, shine forth in my life. So, and another thing that should not happen, but tends to happen, hating each other, finding faults with each other. That it happens naturally. Nobody needs to get training for that, isn't it? So we all are masters in that, masters or PhDs, whatever you want to say. That it is in the very polished way of saying is, see, I don't like to criticize others, but then it will come, so it is. Do you see me criticizing anybody? And the other person has to say no. So it is, but still I have to say this, you say. So it is, there are many ways that it is told in a polished way. It is I saw that in once nice movie, Wizard of Oz. Did you see that movie, Wizard of Oz? Good, good. So there, that when that lady's that is taken away, the dog, and then she says to the other who probably was the instrumental in getting that town people take that dog, that when I see, so many things I want to say, but being a good Christian, I don't want to say it. So that is a wonderful statement. It is. So I am not saying this, but it is what I have said already. So they no, let such hatred not come in us, because that is not the purpose of our life. So, for finding faults of others, do we get paid? No, except those professors when they are grading, they have to find faults, in that. That is, yeah. Otherwise, everybody will get A plus. That is no use. So it is, they have to find faults. But otherwise, no. It is nobody gets paid for finding faults of others. But why do we still keep on finding faults of other? That is the inner tendency that we have, a deplorable tendency, but it is there. So this prayer is for that, that may such thing not happen. Let us not hate each other. So with this prayer, we shall proceed to this discussion on this subject. This topic I chose because at Vedanta societies, Vedanta centers, uh, who are supposed to come? Those who are sadhakas, spiritual aspirants. They are supposed to be here, and for what purpose? To experience the divine, their true nature, and thereby fulfill their lives. You see, this is the most important reason, that let us remember that the goal of our life, which Sri Ramakrishna in no uncertain terms has said at least 100 times, that God realization is the only goal of human life. And that being the goal, there is a nice Sanskrit word for that, which is connected with this word sadhaka. It is called sadhya, the goal. what you want to achieve. It is called sadhya. That it is. What is sadhya? To uh, experience God. Why that becomes the sadhya or the goal? Because doing that, getting that alone is going to remove all the wants, all the sufferings from life. Nothing else. You may get many other things, but none of them has the capability of removing all our wants, all our desires. Think of anything else. It cannot give you what persona? Full satisfaction, isn't it? It is. So, what can bring full satisfaction, Vithal? Huh? God realization, experiencing God to be my true nature. Then your life will get filled with the highest infinite bliss, getting which nothing more remains to be achieved. You are filled with infinite immortal existence. You are infinite immortal existence. You know that. That takes away all fear. It is one of the biggest fears is, oh, if I die, or if this happens to me, and all that. No, you are unborn. You never had a birth. You existed all the time. Your existence does not undergo any alteration, any change. So, all fear is gone by experiencing that I am divine. So, nothing remains to be achieved. So, what else is there that can qualify for this? Nothing. Money? No. You may get a huge amount of money, still the wants remain. Also, the other question comes, what shall I do with it? That becomes a problem. It is. So, getting money does not remove all your worries. It is. In fact, it brings more worries. Those who have a lot of money, they cannot get sleep because always they worry somebody will steal it. And yeah, somebody will misuse it. It is, they say in Sanskrit that those who are very wealthy people, they are afraid of their close relatives like their spouses and children, that for the money they will kill, you know. It is known that it happens. So it is, therefore, by getting lot of money, my miseries do not get over. I do not get bliss. And anything you can think of, my miseries will not go away except by God realization. That is why that is the only goal of human life. Isn't it very logical, simple to understand? Any objection to it? Hmm? No, simple, isn't it? Yeah, it is such a simple teaching, so logical, so clear. Why, Sonali, you don't agree? Huh? You agree, isn't it? Yeah, that it is the very simple, easy thing to see that God realization is the only goal, sadhya. And the one who tries, therefore, to understand this and experience this, goes for it. This is what is to be achieved. So puts all efforts in getting it. That is called, that person is called what? Sadhaka. Ah, so we are sadhakas. That is why we come here. What else do you get here? Tell me. Ah, nothing else. What Sri Ramakrishna, what else Sri Ramakrishna is going to give you? Anything else? Nothing. Not our Sarvagatananji, my predecessor, a wonderful, very loving and practical Vedantin. There is a book, more or less, recently published, that about being spiritual, being practical. So, somebody came, one devotee came, Maharaj, please tell Thakur that tomorrow I have my driving test. So tell Thakur to, that he said, okay, of course we can pray for you, but know that Thakur never drove anything. Thakur didn't drive a car. He didn't have driving license. So therefore, what to do? You see. So, so what can he give us? He cannot give those things to us. It is Thakur gave me a lot of money. Well, he refused money. It is so. How can you keep on asking him for money? So this is how we. What should we ask for? What Sri Ramakrishna has. What, Rajiv? What should we ask? Yes, that God realization. He has that. He has that. We can give what we have, isn't it? So, what Sri Ramakrishna has, he will be able to give us. So, we should, if we are not asking that, then, well, the other things that Sri Ramakrishna is not capable of giving. And why? Because he knows that that will not bring any satisfaction in our life. It is, we just sang that Arati thing, Arati. After that, there is that hymn that we sing. Tejas taranti tarasa tvai tripta trishnaha rage krite ritapathe tvai Ramakrishne. That it is all this tarasa means we are in this world running about thirsty. That it is the word that is very much used by Lord Buddha. He calls it tanha, thirst. Our throats are parched. We want to possess this, get that, so much. So, but how can our thirst be quenched by running after mirage? You see the water. Can one get one's thirst quenched by that water? There is no water, it just appears. Therefore, all these, I have this desires burn us. Desires keep on burning us. And then we keep on feeling mirage, You can see what is mirage. Things go on receding. The water you saw there, it is not there. You may see that it has gone somewhere else. So that is mirage. You go on thinking that, okay, by this day after tomorrow, maybe I will get satisfaction. It is, you feel, okay, let me finish my high school and then I will feel happy. I will become 18 and then the parents will not have that control over me. and then I will be free and happy. Do you feel like that, Vittal? Uh, so he is not yet 18, isn't it? So yeah, but is looking for that maybe. Yeah, okay. Once I am 18, then but then almost everybody who is above 18 should be very happy, isn't it? Does it happen? No. The situation gets pushed forward. Just 18 is not, I must have my, graduation done. I should have at least bachelor's degree. And then that will be, so for 4 years I have to work hard. Then I will be perfectly happy and satisfied. Does that happen? No. Let me get a good job, like a lot of money, and then I will be. No, it is mirage. Uh, Let me have a spouse, then it will be so happy. Does it happen like that? What, Sarvani? Huh? Huh?
It's a lot of,
Yeah.
it's giving us a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
After spouse, children,
Yeah.
take care of the house.
Yes,
and
see,
children and all.
yeah.
It's just
So, it never ends. When does it end? Tvai tripta trishnaha. That tejas taranti tarasa. Tvai means, oh Sri Ramakrishna. If we turn our love to you, rage krite, ritapathe, tvai Ramakrishna. These words are so beautiful and so powerful that when you have, we come to you, you give us the truth. And that removes all the thirst in life because you find the truth, you find the bliss, that all joy is in you. It is right here with you. You were full to run for it to this object and that object. You can think in your, you just, it doesn't require Sri Ramakrishna if we are able to just think of our past experiences. We did run after many objects. Did any of them, any of the object fulfill our life? Did it bring us any lasting satisfaction? No, because it was not capable of doing it. It was our foolishness. So, like running after mirage for water is our foolishness. It doesn't do anything to you. It is we stupids, we do not see this. And therefore, all this is with us. And that is why it says that all this is in us. That is this understanding, and that then make effort to turn all our attention to that. That is what is called as sadhaka, a spiritual aspirant, means the one aspiring for the truth, this spirit as against the matter. Just to understand the word clearly, it has become a glib word, spiritual. I am a very spiritual person. No, it is what is being spiritual. Not that one who drinks lot of spirits. It is that is not spiritual. Oh, it is. Yeah, it is. One gentleman was telling me, he was. I was coming with him driving, and he was, that fellow was driving, and coming on that street. It was kind of night, so he said, "Oh, one has to drive very carefully here, because there are so many spiritual people here." So spiritual people. lot of spirits, so they are not attentive about anything. So therefore one has to be very careful. So not that which does not change, that which is beyond matter. Matter means it must change. Matter means it is subject to the laws. Spirit is free from all laws. It does not undergo any change. So that is what is we are looking for. So that is the spiritual seeker, or in this context we will call that as sadhaka. That is the one who is looking to experience the sadhya. So, sadhya is this ultimate truth. Sadhaka is the one who is trying to do that in spite of problems. Now, the Kathopanishad provides a lot of these great teachings by which the sadhaka can move forward on the ultimate path. One problem that we students of Upanishads have is that this aspirants of Upanishads are of such high caliber that to associate ourselves, bring ourselves in at that level is not easy for us. But we have to therefore bring that message somehow for us to practice, because it is true. You can like it is that for a monkey it would be easy to jump to a tree, or to a wall and get to the that roof of the building. If I try like that, I will not be able to go anywhere. Soon my legs will start giving lot of pain. Nothing will happen. But that doesn't mean I will not be able to go to the roof. I can get a ladder, or there may be a staircase by which I will be able to get where the monkey just could jump. I have to get a ladder, that's all. So, what Thakur, Ma, Swamiji, and such great aspirants could do in a jiffy. It is, well, I will have to put in more efforts, but it is possible. That is the first thing that this Kathopanishad teaches us. That it is a very poetic Upanishad, this very much loved by Swami Vivekananda, that this Upanishad they presents the truth very poetically and practically. It is poetically, what is poetry? Means tells the truth in a very appealing way with various suitable imageries put in there. That is poetry. So, poetry uses less words, more symbolism. The prose uses lots of words, and so it still it does not create that strong an impression as poetry does. So therefore poetry it requires that the literary art, that it is the poet has to see something beyond the eyes see. Our eyes, normally eyes will see something, but a poet sees something beyond that. Not that the poet doesn't see what other people see, but the meaning of that, the hidden understanding of that, the poet says. This is what is called art. Even the visual art, what it does. See, even a very ordinary house. I was at a dentist office the other day, and then there a very nice painting was there. And I spoke to the that assistant that, wow, this painting is very nice. It was very simple something, but what the painting does is that something that your eyes could not detect, the life that was in that, your eyes missed it, but the poet brings it out, the artist brings it out. So that is the beauty of it. So it is this Kathopanishad, the same thing that we all experience, but we do not get the truth of it. So that is brought to us in this. So it begins with the story. There are actually, in the introduction, you can read. I am not going to go into it much because of course we have only 4 sessions and lot of things to concentrate on. But you can read it. That the exact uh, origin of this Kathopanishad in Vedas is not found. It is said that it is in this particular Veda and is in this particular branch, but that branch of that Veda itself is not available anymore. So therefore, we do not find that connection. The Upanishad is available, but that particular branch, like Katha Shakha, that Shankaracharya speaks of, where is that? And we do not get it separately. In Taittiriya Aranyaka, there is the reference to this story. So it is therefore possible that there was one branch of it and that got lost. It is the available Vedas is only considered to be probably a tenth of what it originally was. May almost everything got lost, and nothing to worry about it, why it got lost and all that. Anything that is not used, we lose it. So it is like human beings, when they evolved from monkeys, they have had tail. Why we human beings don't require tail? We never used it. Monkeys needed it for keeping the balance, when they are jumping about the trees. So they needed the tail to keep the balance. We have retained the sign of it, like there is a tailbone we have. Tailbone is there, but no tail because it was not used, so it got lost. So most of these Vedas, they got lost because nobody took care of it because it was not needed. Those things which are needed, they are preserved. Those which are not needed, they go away. Like in your homes also, isn't it? That you buy so many things and then it starts making clutter. Oh, so then you announce garage sale and take out all that. So similarly, these parts of Vedas must be garage sold. So yeah, I was a little puzzled when I came new here. What is this garage sale? They are selling the garage only, not the house. No, no, it is not selling the garage. It is what was kept in the garage that needs to be. And it showed me, see, garage was meant for keeping the cars. but the cars stand out, you know. There is no room for the car in the garage. So it is like that. So it is. So the Vedas, they might have lost like that, doesn't matter. But they just, whatever is preserved and came to us, that is great. So this story of Nachiketa, Shankaracharya mentions that this Akhyayika Prarochanartha, and the stories are to create interest. Because stories are interesting, you know. So people want to, read stories, what happened after this, and so forth. They have the tendency to read stories. So they create interest, prarochanartha. So the story is not the main thing there, but through story, it is like an appetizer, you know. So you get and then ready for the main course, as it were. So it is, this story is very interesting. And one important thing to be practiced comes there. That story goes that one man, he wanted to go to heaven, where what is the heaven means you roll all the time in pleasures, unending. And so, but then you have to do some sacrifice. So that sacrifice was for going to such a heaven. Now this fellow was trying to be too clever or cunning. He told that I will give everything in sacrifice. But what was he giving was only the cows which were just about to die. That it is Ushan Havai Vajashravasah Sarvaveda Samdado Tayo Nachiketa Nam Putra Asa. That there was this Ushan Havai Vajashravasah, and then Tasya Nachiketa Nama Putra Asa. It is referred to an old story, so her means that. So he announced that I am going to give everything. And then he had a son who was at that time quite young. Means more or less about Kumar. It is, that is, means just about early teenager, like that, 10 years, 11 years old or 12 years old, before being teenager. So that young boy, he saw what father is doing. He said he will give everything. But what is he giving? This boy sees what is he giving. That the Upanishad describes that what is he giving? Tamha kumaram santam dakshinasu niyamanasu shraddha vivesha somanyata. The boy, he was now, his understanding got permeated with shraddha. It is not just faith. Swami Vivekananda says there that there is no equivalent word for shraddha in English. It is a very special word in Sanskrit. It is not just faith, something much more. It is described in many places in scriptures. We shall come to that maybe tomorrow. Today we may not get enough time to do that. But the boy sees this. Had he not got those eyes of Shraddha, he wouldn't notice it. He wouldn't notice the anomaly in that. That what father said, he would give everything. But what was he giving? The useless cows. That it is Pitodaka Jagdhatrana Dugdha Doha Nirindriya, kind of humorous description, that they what cows were being given, those cows who had drunk their last sip of water, they are not going to drink water anymore. They have eaten their last morsel of hay, not going to eat anymore. They have given their last drop of milk. They had had their last calf, the baby produced. They are not going to bring any more progeny. Means they are ready to die, that's all. They are about to die. Those cows are being given in donations just to save the efforts to dispose them of later. So take it away. That kind of, you get the fame of being a donor. Yeah, it is. I remember once for our library, when those days the books, didn't have e-books and all like that. So we had to buy books, good books for the library. So one lady called that, well, I have a lot of collection, and then I am emptying my house now. I am going somewhere else to stay, and I would like to donate those books to your library. Can you come and collect? Said, well, thank you, we will come. So I and some other Swami went there to get those books. They mostly were not worth calling books, means books means the pages are to be bound and all that. That is called book, torn here, there, separated, the covers were gone, and like that. You can say once upon a time books, it is. So it is like that, and so take it means it is the trash, you see, and said that make a list of them and give me a receipt also. Yeah, so it is now what is the, is it a donation? So it is, yeah, it is like you have it the trash to be removed. Do you say that we are giving this donation to that trash lifting company? No donation, you have to pay for it actually. So it is, yeah, some towns included in their taxes. Some say, no, you manage. There are other companies which manage it, so we won't tax you for it, but you manage it the way you want to do it. So it is. So whatever, but it is, you do not call it donation. So these cows were all like that, So, and Nachiketa thought that that is not the right kind of behavior. This is cheating. And then cheating, you will get the results of cheating. How can you get the result of a righteous act by committing such actions? You cannot even imagine that. But that is how our human nature is so crooked, It wants very good things, but they do not want to pay for it. So it is, uh, so we want to pay very little and get all the great, wonderful things. It is, that is our tendency. It is a very beautiful saying is there in Sanskrit that people want punyasya phalam icchanti, punyam nechanti manavaha, that they want the result of the good actions, but not the good actions itself, but the result of it is wanted. Papasya phalam nechanti papam kurvanti yatnataha. That they don't want to get the results of sinful actions, but make lot of efforts to commit the sinful actions. So it is, so this is a deceitful, devious attitude that we have. So, and therefore, Nachiketa, this man, this young little child, he has that Shraddha, that I must do something. It is a dynamic faith. If you want to use the word faith, it is a dynamic faith towards something very noble and high. There you know the word that is Shraddha. It is, otherwise you don't use the word. For some ordinary common things, this you may have faith there, but you won't call it Shraddha. Shraddha is a word that has this connotation, something very noble, and it is a dynamic faith, means it propels you to do something. So, Nachiketa, oh, my dad is not acting right, and just keep quiet. No, I must do something. Whatever is in my capability, let me do it, In everything, when you have this feel that this is the right thing, then put it in practice. Don't postpone it. Postponing doing right things means what? You are just letting the possibility go away. There is one nice that anecdote, an event that happened in Belur that one man came to give some donation. He was a known devotee, so he came and then he told Premananda, who was at that time the manager in the Belur so he said, please accept this donation. Premanandji was about to go for doing the arati and the office was closed and all. He said, can you come tomorrow and give it now? He said, look, we are householders. Sometimes by the grace of God, we get the desire to donate. And I don't know by tomorrow that desire will still be there or not. By that time, as I go home, I will get that the desire, oh, this money can be used. After all, Belur Math gets donations and all. It is, but I have to repair the roof. Let me put some money in those and all that. So many desires will start making. So accept it now, because by tomorrow this desire will go away. It may, so therefore it is, if there is good idea, then put it in practice right now. Shraddha, that it is about the noble things. When the desire comes that this is good, this is right, this is, I can do this, let me do it. Do not procrastinate about good things. About bad things, procrastinate. There is a very nice saying in Sanskrit. I love that. First part of it is very commonly used. The other part is not much in vogue. So it is that first part is Shubhasya Shighram. Means if the thought is good, noble, it is Shubha, then shigra. You don't have to see an almanac for that, you know. It's a good thing and do it now. Do it now. The next part is Ashubhasya Kalaharanam. If you get a thought that is not a good thought, uh, what suppose you get a thought, let me teach that fellow a lesson. Ah, is it a good thought? No. Then what should be done? Okay, postpone it, you know. Don't do it right now. Is it necessary to do it right now? No, it can be done later, isn't it? Okay, postpone it. Why? Because that also thought is, you know, things change. So they thought of, you know, teaching somebody a lesson, giving a slap to somebody, beat somebody, or some such evil ideas that come, they also will vanish. Good ideas will also vanish. It is the nature of the mind to get thought and to lose thought. So, therefore, good one, act on it now. So, Nachiketa, having filled the mind Shraddha Vivesha, so amanyata, because of Shraddha, he could say that. So, spiritual aspirants, the aspirants, the sadhakas, that first thing that we have to inculcate in life is Shraddha, that faith in the right things. Yes, this is a special, very human character that is in all of us. Again, later on, we will see that Nachiketa gets high praise from this god of death for this understanding the difference between right and liked. Something is right, one may not like it. And something is not right, one may like it. But separate them and go for that which is right. Not just because you like it. Something may be right. Do it. Get it. Even if you don't like it. So, taking the life, our life, on the lines of what is right, irrespective of whether it is liked or disliked. Because likings and dislikings, they change. It is in the morning you like one thing, by the evening you don't like that. So they keep on changing. It is, yeah, one lady was, you know, telling that, oh, she wants to do this. And then in the evening she says exactly opposite. No, I don't think I don't want to do it. So it is like that changing. One moment you want it, another moment you don't want it. So it is very funny. But that is the what lesson you get from that is likes and dislikes by very nature are like that. They do not have any purity, no sustenance as such. Anything can be liked at one point, not liked at another point. So it is, therefore, the decisions should not be based on likes and dislikes. It should be based on right and not right. That these things are more permanent. So it is, and there is a basis for that. So therefore, this happens with Shraddha. So this outcome of Shraddha is thus very important in this. So it is Nachiketa because of the Shraddha, now is ready to tell to his dad. Dad, now there is a way of telling dad, isn't it? Oh, already it is 8:37. So I think although the discussion is interesting, we have to postpone it till tomorrow morning. So, okay, then let us recite the Shanti Mantra and let us keep that idea that Shraddha is a very important thing that we have to inculcate in life as spiritual aspirant or sadhaka. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.